Greetings, 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 royal family. It's Friday. What the Friday? Hey, what the Friday? It's Friday. 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 I just wiggle my jaw a little bit. Hopefully, it sounded a little bit better. Thank you for clicking on the video. Happy Friday, royal family. Welcome back. Welcome back. How is everybody's week? Is everybody doing okay? Those of you who have children at home and are doing the virtual learning, how's that going? Everybody all right? Anybody pull out their eyelashes yet? Man, I am happy that it is Friday. So shout out to all of the parents, guardians, big brothers, big sisters, uncles, aunts, whoever that are homeschooling these children. Shout out to the teachers who are doing the virtual learning thing. Rona Academy is officially closed for the week, and I am ready to get into all of this entertainment news / foolishness. So please make sure that you're liking the video. That is your admission fee. If you want to pay a little bit more, I would greatly appreciate you sharing this video on your public platforms, on your social media platforms, etc., etc. Also, drop down in the comments, share your thoughts. Let's have a little bit of dialogue in the comment section. All right, so as far as today's lineup, Mary J. Blige was on Watch What Happens Live, and she basically she's very protective of Lil Kim. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to get into that. Nene Leakes, all this back and forth. Is she coming back? Is she been fired? Is she suing Bravo? Well, apparently now it's being reported that Nene is not involved in any sort of lawsuit with Bravo. I have my opinions on that. Aunt Viv and Will Smith, the original Aunt Viv, seems like they might have made up. Bow Wow, what is there to say about Bow Wow? But I'll get into that. So every Friday, as most of you already know, for those who don't, usually every Friday I just come through like I normally do and gather a whole bunch of stuff that took place during the week and bring them to your attention, and we discuss them on the platform. All right, so let's not waste any more time. Now, you guys know all that's going on with Tamar and her now ex-boyfriend, David Adefeso, right? So this was a few days ago. He did an Instagram live denying being hands-on with Tamar. So this is a video on the Instagram page of the Neighborhood Talk. I wanted to go to the last one. So this was done a couple of days ago. So listen to what he said.
You never cheat on your girl, ever. Not one time. The moment a guy lays a hand on you, he deserves to go to jail. The moment a guy cheats on you, you deserve to leave him. I will never do those two things. I never, ever laid a hand on Tamar Braxton or any woman in my entire life. What you've been told is false. It's a criminal investigation that's going on. I'm the victim, and the truth will come to light. I'm really hoping there's no issues of perjury on the other side. It really is, it's important that you can say whatever you want on social media. Don't tell the cops something that's not true. And I told the cops exactly what happened. I was a victim, never laid a hand on her, and never, ever, ever, ever will lay a hand on a woman. And that's the last of that.
So he was doing a virtual seminar of sorts about finances after a divorce. So he took that opportunity to address, the situation that's been going on. Now, a lot of y'all don't like David. A lot of y'all feel that he's a shifty con man, That's fine. A lot of people don't like Tamar. They feel that she is equally responsible, if not completely responsible. I'll put it that way, right? It is what it is. And I feel like if David got on his public platform and did his little seminar about finances after divorce, yada, yada, and didn't address this, it would be suspect to some of you. He did. It's still suspect to some of you. It is what it is. Well, Tamar then said that David is lying. I did touch on it. I wasn't sure at the time. I said that it was alleged that a specific blogger showed some text messages. Well, it's confirmed. Jason Lee released text messages between himself and Tamar Braxton on his show on YouTube. And Tamar also sent him a picture of what is said to be a thumbprint on her arm. And she is alleging that David was the one that did this. So in the text message, I took a screenshot, but I'm not showing it, nor the picture. In the message, to sum it all up, she said that, David is a liar. He said that she thinks that he's an opportunist. She admitted to yanking out the camera out of his 2012 or 2013 Rolls Royce. So she basically admitted that she damaged his property. I don't know if a lot of y'all caught that. I don't see anybody saying anything about that. But nonetheless, she also said that, he grabbed her and she defended herself by, punching him in his jugular. That's what David is saying. He was punched in his jugular. Well, today, and we're wanting to know, okay, so he filed a restraining order. Is the judge going to give him a restraining order? What was in the restraining order? Well, according to the blast, in the explosive legal filing, Tamar's boyfriend's lawyer says Mr. Adefeso and Miss Braxton were engaged in a verbal argument while Mr. Adefeso was driving the couple in his vehicle, which ultimately resulted in the termination of their relationship. I'm just going to say David. David told Tamar, that he was going to call his mother, and Tamar responded by abruptly and violently punching him in the jugular region of his neck, disorienting David with the malicious intent to cause David to crash the vehicle. Tamar's ex-boyfriend says that the Braxton Family Values star was taping their fight following the neck punch. Unbeknownst to both Mr. David and his mother, because remember he called his mother, Tamar then began making an audio recording of this argument without his consent. In the restraining order filing, David claims that the fight continued after he stopped and parked the car. She kept assaulting him after he stopped and parked the car. Tamar continued to yell at David, punch David's shoulder, and physically damage his vehicle by smashing the vehicle's camera, rear view mirror, and various items inside the vehicle. During the incident, David claims Tamar said she was going to, rhymes with, spill him. So now David is saying that Tamar was the one that said that she was going to erase David. Remember, y'all, certain things I can't say. The people is on my back for whatever reason. Anyway, in the filing, David outlined several other instances of abuse during their relationship, including an allegation that her ex-husband was going to, quote, send goons to erase him. He says Tamar said she, quote, held her ex-husband off from doing so, and that she now wanted to let her ex-husband's goons loose on him. What? Well, look, Vince is from Jersey. Shout out to Jersey all day, every day. So Tamar said that she was going to get Vince to get his goons on David. Allegedly, this is what the filing is showing. After the incident, David claims he suffered injuries including bruising to his neck and shoulder area and massive property damage to his vehicle. In the explosive temporary restraining order filing, David describes two separate prior instances of abuse by Tamar Braxton, including one this past June and one in September of 2019. According to the documents, in June, the couple started arguing about Tamar's ex-husband staying at her home while she was not present. During this argument, Tamar became verbally abusive, belligerent, screaming at David. Tamar also became hostile and aggressive, grabbing him by the shirt. I just want to pause. She did the same thing to Vince in the episode, in the Tamar and Vince show, when they were in their confessionals, and Vince was joking around like, ladies, call me, call me. And in the confessional, Tamar grabbed Vince by his plaid shirt. It was red. I remember that. Let me continue. So allegedly, she aggressively grabbed David by the shirt, and she refused to cease from blocking his way to leave the room. In September of 2019, he also claims The couple was arguing about her publicly abusive and disparaging comment made to a family member. Tamar told David that he was gay and then lied to family members about calling him gay. During the argument, he claims she became irate and hostile and then grabbed his wrists to prevent him from leaving the room. Yo, this is wild. So David, he filed documents that appear to show LAPD is now investigating this case and issued him an emergency protective order against Tamar. Tamar's ex-boyfriend also attached several text messages with the blast. Get it together. There's so many typos. No shade. I like theblast.com, but these typos are making me sound like I don't know how to read. Even though some of y'all think I can't read. Shout out to y'all, haters. Tamar's ex-boyfriend also attached several text messages with which detail a conversation with her ex-husband, which discusses details of her moving out of the couple's condo. In the messages, the father of her 7-year-old son refers to a recent Instagram post by David as a, quote, stunt, and claims to have heard the audio, which was recording during the incident. The Blast recently reported that Tamar has an entirely different story about what transpired in the car, claiming that she only touched him after he was hands-on with her and threatened to erase both of them. At this point, a judge will decide on the restraining order and the LAPD will determine whether or not a crime has occurred. What? So he got granted. This is probably why he was able to ask Tamar to leave the Ritz-Carlton or the condo, whatever it is that they have. That's allegedly. I don't know if that's true. So David Adefeso was granted a emergency temporary restraining order against Tamar. It's getting kind of heavy. It's getting kind of heavy. Make sure you guys are liking the video. I greatly appreciate it. Now let's move on. Drop your comments. Let me know what you think. This is not the end of this. Did you guys catch her show? I was watching. I think I put it on at like 11 o'clock last night. I was watching a few minutes and I fell asleep. So I didn't even watch it. I'm going to watch it later on tonight, depending on what transpires in these entertainment news streets. But if you watched it, let me know what you think. Is it now painting David in a bad light? Isn't it? It's very interesting. You know, these editors and these reality TV shows and these networks, they are really, really crafty, aren't they? Very, very crafty. Because not too long ago, allegedly Tamar was being painted in a bad light. Now it's shifting to David being painted in a bad light. We don't know what's going on. We will see if he is granted an actual restraining order. Right now, he has an emergency temporary restraining order against Tamar. There had to be enough evidence for them to grant him that little, temporary restraining order. And again, in those text messages between Tamar and Jason Lee that Jason Lee showed on his channel, his YouTube channel, the text message, if that was Tamar, really, she admitted to damaging his property. So moving along, Lanithia, I don't know her middle name, Leakes. So according to TMZ, Nene Leakes is not planning to sue Bravo. Rumors of a looming discrimination lawsuit against Bravo has absolutely nothing to do with Nene Leakes whatsoever. This is what TMZ is saying. So a source close to the reality star tells TMZ Nene is in no way ramping up to file suit or any type of legal action against Bravo at this time, nor is she, quote, teaming up with other women of color who might be considering such a move. Any notion to the contrary simply isn't true. TMZ was told Nene is focused on herself and her own career right now, specifically fleshing out her newly announced show with Glam Squad Showdown, while also trying to work through negotiations with Bravo on potentially coming back for another season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. No, Nene, no. No more Housewives of Atlanta. You need to be in a producer role, executive producer role or something. No more main cast. It's time. It's time. Anyway, TMZ also reports that they were told that Nene is seeking a larger role in the NBC Universal TV sphere and that those talks take a while. So no, she ain't biting the hand that feeds in the meantime. As for why folks might have thought something was brewing with Nene in the first place, well, that might have to do with her own words and a whole lot of innuendo. So Nene herself, she alluded to mistreatment during her tenure on Real Housewives of Atlanta, both explicitly and implicitly. She recently hopped on her YouTube channel to air some grievances about how she felt some of the showrunners and execs were treating her. So we all know that. It's really interesting because they made a big old stink about this. It was just kind of like, is Nene suing? Is Nene coming back? Is she not? Like, what's tea? Like, what's really going down? Okay, here's the thing. This is what I have to say. I think that Nene should call it quits. I think that Nene should cut her losses as far as a main cast member. I also think that Nene was definitely going to sue Bravo. She had Lisa Bloom on her side. I really do think that she was going to sue them, but I think they might have called it off and they might have come to some sort of resolution, and they're not now trying to play Bravo. That is, they're trying to play nice and negotiate, because Lisa Bloom is no joke. Okay, the moment I heard, I think it was last year, several months ago, when Nene was hiring Lisa Bloom, I said, uh-oh, this is not going to be good. So do you think that they're going to give her some sort of like stake in the NBC Universal conglomerate? Maybe not with Bravo, because NBC Universal is the big umbrella, you know what I mean? And Bravo is just one raindrop under the umbrella. Even though raindrops are not under umbrellas. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, figuratively. So that would be interesting if she gets some sort of role or some sort of stake in NBC Universal. It would be even better if she gets some sort of stake in with Bravo as far as the Real Housewives franchise, if not just Real Housewives of Atlanta. But in my opinion, I do think that she was definitely gearing up to sue them. And because it was causing so much negative press, because Nene had her receipts lined up. You guys saw when she was going on Instagram Live, on her live, and when she was also doing her YouTube videos, she had points. She did make some strong points. And I'm pretty sure that she had her receipts lined up, and Lisa Bloom went through everything with a fine tooth comb, okay? And some edge control, just to make sure. So, yeah, I think that Bravo is ready to play nice now. But do I want to see Nene back on as a main cast member? No, I don't. I want to see Nene venture off and do some hosting gigs. If she's going to be on a panel show, that's great. I want to see what else she has to offer. She does have a great personality. I did like her on Fashion Police. I think she's fun. You know what I mean? She's fun. She's cool. Explore other avenues, Nene. If you want a piece of the pie and you want your name on the credits or your name behind the scenes, nothing wrong with that. I don't think that she shouldn't do that. I think she actually should. And maybe every once in a while you make an appearance on Housewives of Atlanta, like once in a while, like maybe like 4 episodes, and you spread them out. But I don't want to see Nene on Housewives of Atlanta anymore. I don't. Because it's only going to get worse. We've seen it getting bad. It's progressively getting bad. It's only going to get worse. And I just don't think she fits in Housewives anymore. I don't. I just don't. I think she's outgrown it, and I want to see her do other things. So tell me what you think. I know a lot of y'all can't stand Nene. It is what it is. But I'm rooting for her as far as her future endeavors. I'm not mad at her. Do your thing. There's lots of other things that you can do, Nene. The media likes you. You got good relationships and good rapport with a lot of people, despite what's going on at Bravo. I don't know, y'all. Drop your comments and tell me what you think. Moving along. MJB, Mary J. Blige. She was recently on Watch What Happens Live, and she basically said that she was upset with Diana Ross. So she during the 1999 Video Music Awards, the MTV VMAs. So she stopped by to watch what happens live, and she said that she was angry when singer Diana Ross touched Lil Kim's breast on stage at the event in September 1999. You know, Mary J. Blige and Lil Kim, they're like sisters. So this was the award show when Lil Kim had on the purple jumpsuit with one breast out, you know, and she had on like little shell, seashell pasty. So they introduced Diana Ross during the award show. So Ross, looked like she was so shocked and entertained by Lil Kim's outfit. Remember when she like patted her breasts and Lil Kim was just like, oh my God, you know, she kicked her head back and she laughed. So when Mary was on Watch What Happens Live, she said that she felt protective over Lil Kim during this incident. So let me see if I can pull up the picture. Mary don't play. Look at Mary's face. Mary looked pissed. Mary's like, not today, Satan, not today. So Mary says, I was embarrassed for Kim, and I was really pissed when that happened because that's my little sister and my friend. Kim is courageous. She's going to do what Kim does. So I think we all should respect it like we respect Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Respect Lil Kim. This is what they do. Respect them. So I remember when Lil Kim talked about this moment, you know, she felt like that was like legendary. You know, she loves Diana Ross, and she said that if she did a movie, this is Lil Kim at the time that this all happened, because, you know, people interviewed her and asked her, how do you feel about Diana Ross patting your boob? And she was ecstatic. She said, that's legendary. I love Diana Ross. And she said if there was ever a movie about her life, Lil Kim that is, she would want Diana Ross to play her mom. So, and she said that she ended up telling Diana Ross that. I forgot what interview it was that she did that she said that. I can't remember. But so Mary J. Blige goes on to praise Lil Kim as a trailblazer for women in rap, right? She says, one of the most incredible female rappers that opened the door for so many women. One of the biggest, one of the most respected rappers in the business. Mary J. Blige also went on to praise the late singer Whitney Houston. Y'all know how I feel about Nippy. And she said, the most generous woman I've ever met. A giver, beautiful in spirit, just too generous. Yes, Mary J. Blige, you're absolutely right. Y'all know how I feel about Nippy. But look, Mary J. Blige said, y'all going to put respect on Lil Kim's name and Diana Ross. I was not feeling that boob tap. I don't care if you are the boss or not. Now, if you know Mary is very outspoken. She has the right to express herself. Shout out to Mary J. Blige and her new gig, In Power Book 2, Ghost. So episode 1 premiered Sunday at midnight or late Sunday night, whenever you watched it. And so far her role was a little limited for now, but I am enjoying her so far. I'm enjoying the show so far, and I still ain't do a review, but it is what it is. I'll get to it. It's a lot going on this week. Here's another picture of Mary J. Blige. She was on the cover of, this is going to be on the cover of Health magazine, and she talked about, like, first of all, she's 49, okay? And she looks amazing. That makes sense. But it didn't even dawn on me, like, dang, Mary's 49? Wow, she looks amazing. See what happens when you get rid of that dead weight, Murray. Anyway, she talked about her being her own best friend and spending more time getting to know herself during the pandemic. Ugh, girl, she looks amazing. All I got to say is go Mary, go Mary, go Mary. I am here for it. So let me know what you think about, you know, Mary J being overprotective of her good Judy, Lil Kim. Do you think that Diana Ross was out of line for tapping her boob, or was it all in good fun? Let me know what you think. All right. I never thought I'd see the day. First things first. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil. For real. Okay? James Avery, who was Uncle Phil on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He passed away years ago. And the reason why I have the picture up of the original Aunt Viv is because recently I talked about a reunion special that's going to premiere on HBO Max during Thanksgiving time, if I'm not mistaken. And Will Smith is gathering everybody together for this HBO special. They're thinking about doing a reboot. I don't know if it's true. I've been hearing about this reboot of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for years, like 3 years now. But the original Aunt Viv, okay, here she is. Now, you know that she's had some static with Will Smith. She called him a lot of things other than his name, okay? So there was tension and there's static there. Well, it looks like the two of them are getting along. I can't believe this. TMZ is reporting it. Look at these two all chummy. This was a recent picture that was posted to, I think, Will Smith's Instagram. And TMZ is reporting that, they might have reconciled. You know, what do you guys think about this? Do you think? First of all, did you guys hear some of the things that Aunt Viv was saying about Will Smith? Child. So it looks like they might be making peace. I want to see this happen. I do want to see the original Aunt Viv a part of the reunion special, as well as Aunt Viv 2.0. So Will Smith, he shared this screenshot of him and Janet, aka the original Aunt Viv, smiling and laughing at each other, which might make us think that all is good. You know what I mean? Because again, there has been a lot of tension between the two of them. This Aunt Viv, original Aunt Viv, left after season 3. And she blamed Will. Bottom line, she said Will ain't ish. She called him another way to call a cat a kitty. Yes, she did. She said that she will never do any reunion special with any of them. Woo! All right, let's share this picture now. Hold on, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot going on, child. A lot going on. So this is a picture of the whole squad minus the original Aunt Viv. This is on TMZ. Look at Aunt Viv 2.0. She looks great. She is Jeffrey don't look old at all. Look at him in the blue sweater. That's Jazz. That's Ashley Banks. Carlton. Of course, that's Will. So I guess they buried the hatchet. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm here for it. They got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air merch. So, you know, they're doing their marketing thing. Again, HBO Max, they're supposed to be doing a reunion special. And again, there is talks of a reboot, a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot. You know, some of these reboots are becoming a bit excessive. I get it. You got to make your coin. You got to do what you got to do. But how do you guys feel about Will and Aunt Viv making up? Are you here for it? Are you excited? Do you care? Are you going to watch the reunion? Most likely not, but if Janet Hubert is there, then I definitely will. All right, are you guys liking the video? Please like the video. Drop your comments. I greatly appreciate it. All right, up next. Lord have mercy. This is 3LW. You remember them from the early or mid 2000s, whatever. It was in the 2000s. 3LW. I'm getting sick and tired of your broken promises. You know what I'm saying? So you guys may not know, but Naturi Naughton, who we know as Tasha St. Patrick from Power and Power Book 2, Naturi Naughton had a rough time with her groupmates. Okay. There was accusations of KFC bucket of chicken being thrown in mashed potatoes, her being kicked out the group, her being discriminated against. There was colorism. So Naturi Naughton, she actually did an interview recently, and she is planning on coming out with some new music. And she said that she is basically going to be revisiting her time with 3LW, right? She's going to be talking about that. Of course, she plans on having some good R&B sounds mixed with some, I don't know, hip hop. I think she said, yeah, hip hop. So she did an interview, you know. And here comes Keely Williams with her bitter, annoying, angry self. You know, I really can't stand this girl. I don't like Keely at all. She's extremely annoying. Remember when she was running around on 106 in Park saying that she and Bow Wow were dating, and then you let Bow Wow put a diss line in you in one of his songs. Remember he said girls in groups saying we go with each other. Why do I know that, right? Why do I remember that? Well, Keely Williams felt salty for whatever reason, right? That Naturi Naughton again talked about how she had a tumultuous time with 3LW and that she's basically going to be using that to fuel her new music. You know, she's going to use that as inspiration for her new music. So I guess Keely must be scared at what Naturi is going to be putting in the music. So Keely Williams decides to post this. This is not even funny. Like, she's mad corny. Like, oh my God, she's so freaking corny. Oh, this girl is so corny. So she decided to post this to her Instagram, right? And this is after hearing the news that, you know, Naturi might be coming out with an album. Mind you, there's no release date for the album. Naturi ain't say it's dropping in spring. She ain't say joggers, you know, nice joggers. We don't know. We don't even know when her project is going to start. This is what she plans on doing in the future. So Naturi Naughton decides to share this picture. You see it says, I can't believe you're still bitter. It's supposed to be, I can't believe it's not butter. How clever, girl. Really? Anyway, in the caption, she writes, where was Team Tasha when this gem was dropped? So she also showed a solo song that Naturi Naughton did in a video. I don't care that much to even put it on there because I'm not even, Keely is annoying. Anyway, she said, see, she already addressed her pain years ago. This is again what Keely wrote on her Instagram. You weren't paying attention because she didn't have a hit show. But see how nice I am? I showed you something new. So go support your girl's music. It's a bop. Am I right? You can check out the petty posts below. I'm getting sick and tired of your broken promise. Keely, shut up. You so corny. Like, why are you mad? Anyway, shout out to Naturi Naughton. Naturi, keep doing your thing. You are doing an excellent job evoking emotion out of all of us viewers on Power. Sometimes we feel like you are as dumb as a box of rocks. That's Tasha, the character. Shout out to New Jersey because Naturi is a New Jersey native, East Orange. Okay? Shout out to Jersey all day, every day. All right, I'm rambling. But no, I just feel like Naturi shouldn't even respond. She hasn't, and she shouldn't. Your best revenge is your paper. We don't know what Keely is doing, and I don't think anyone cares. Okay? Naturi is out here working. During the early stages of the pandemic, she was serving dinners to, you know, less fortunate families. She was out in her hometown in New Jersey handing out dinners. People were signing up, and she did it for, I think, a week or two. Yeah, so that's something. And Keely, we don't care. We don't know you, sis. We don't know you. That girl is really annoying, y'all. She really is. Moving along. Speaking of annoying. Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett says he's innocent. He said, I'm innocent. I'm innocent. Remember Snoop Dogg's murder was the case that they gave me? Anyway, he's maintaining his innocence. So he claims that there's a witness's video to prove that he definitely was attacked on that fateful night. So he still insists the alleged assault he suffered in January 2019 is not a hoax. But he now says that there's evidence to back it up. He suggests there are forces working against him to keep the truth hidden. So he opened up about his alleged hate crime that went down in Chicago more than a year and a half ago in an interview with Mark Lamont Hill. He tells Mark Lamont Hill that he doesn't believe that the city of Chicago or law enforcement will ever stop going after him, and he believes they are trying to make an example out of him, even though he claims he didn't do what he's accused of doing. So he blasted the police for focusing on winning the case instead of trying to solve it based on truth. And he hints that there may be a conspiracy against him because of that. As he puts it, law enforcement is willing to throw people under the bus, get people to lie, and switch the narrative based on their agenda. As for the lack of video evidence for Jussie's Let me stop calling this man Jussie. The lack of evidence for Jussie being attacked, he claims it's out there. He also says there are 2 witnesses who can corroborate his story of seeing 2 men, one of them carrying a rope, before he was attacked. So without further ado, if you want to listen to Jussie Smollett, I will play some of it. Like to hear it? Here you go. Let's go.
I'm going to give it up to God, but if I'm being completely honest, no, I don't think that they won't let this go. You know what I'm saying? They won't let it go. It doesn't matter. There is an example being made, and the sad part is that there's an example being made of someone that did not do what they're being accused of. You got to really look a little bit deeper, and you got to think about the fact that these departments, these prosecutors, these police, they're frat boy fraternal order of police. You know, all of these departments, they get funded, they get promotions, they get these types of incentives, not from solving a case, based on truth, based on fact, but in fact winning the case. So if your first motive and your main motivation is to win a case, well, then you're going to win at any cost, which means that you're willing to throw people under the bus that don't deserve to. You're willing to coax people into lying about things and saying things happened that did not happen. You're able to switch a narrative and sell a narrative based on the agenda that you're trying to sell. And that is what has happened for the last almost 2 years.
One of the things specifically that the Chicago PD, though, said with your case is that they could not find a video of a hate crime attack.
It's out there. You know, there's also 2 other witnesses that saw white men. So, you know, saw exactly what I say that I saw. These are the things that people don't necessarily know, because the lies and the things that were not true were yelled from the rooftop. But then the second that something came out that corroborated everything that I said, all of a sudden it was not even a whisper. There is a tape of the from what I've seen, and you know, there is something, but of course it cuts off right before it happens.
You can see how someone could say, wait a minute, this tape cutting off at this moment is awfully convenient. What do you say?
I certainly didn't have the power to cut the tape, so who cut it?
Oh,
that's something y'all got to ask yourselves. I'm not here to. I'm in a case, so y'all gotta do the detective work. You know, you think about the fact that every detective combined that was on my case have combined over 560 formal accusations against them. You know, they filed a civil lawsuit against me, you know, because Mayor Emanuel, he sued for $130,000 that he claims is overtime for this investigation that was a farce. Narrative was put out so that the people could feel like they were being protected somehow by the city. You know, from the very, very beginning, it was set up to seem like I was lying about something or everything. And that has to do with the fact of the MAGA of it all. I am a Black man. I am a same gender loving, prideful to a fault man who leads with his Blackness. The last thing that I want to do is be portrayed as a victim.
Well, Jussie has spoken, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I want to say about this. I said this before, and I guess I'm going to be saying it again. They did not solve the case, right? Like, I understand that a lot of people think that he is not telling the truth. There were a lot of jokes, you know, that came as a result of this situation. A lot of people don't think that he's telling the truth. I get all of that. I get that people don't think he's being truthful. But, they didn't solve anything. They didn't solve the case. They didn't do their job. But a lot of people were getting paid a lot of money as if they were doing this heavy investigation. But y'all didn't solve the case. I know. It might sound crazy to some of you, but think about it. You know what I mean? who was it? The police chief? I don't know who it was. It might have been the police chief. When I tell you that this police chief was on TV every other day doing press conferences, I'm like, yo, you have time to do press conferences every single day, if not every other day. He was always on the news, in the media. Like this was some sort of like, spotlight for him. That made me look at him like, see, here they go with the foolishness. And of course they were trying to cover up the fact that they was getting paid for overtime and I wasn't doing anything. Bottom line is, I don't know if Jussie is lying or not. I don't. The media will make it seem as though like, man, don't nobody go walking down the street at 2:00 in the morning. It's negative 66 degrees for no Subway sandwich. He rich. I understand. And, constantly seeing this in the media, it could kind of sway people to think like, oh, he wasn't telling the truth. But the fact of the matter is, the police department out there in the Chi, they did not solve the case. And that is true. If I'm crazy, don't call me crazy in the comments. Just respectfully disagree and let me know what you think. Do you even care? Does anybody even care at this point? All right, moving along. Bow Wow is up next, right? So while my screen decides to load and act right, did you guys hear about this leaked audio reportedly revealing? Oh gosh, I can't. When I tell you I can't stand this dude, bro, I can't stand him. I always thought that he was a cornball. I just, why hasn't anyone folded him up like a lawn chair? Or like a note that you pass in class and stick him in their pocket. Like, he is such an imp. He's a twerp. He's so corny. I was never one of those girls like, oh my God, Bow Wow. Oh my God. No. I was like, who is this cornball? Anyway, so leaked audio reportedly reveals that Bow Wow was hands-on with Kiyomi Leslie, so much so that she allegedly had a miscarriage. Oh God, he's so gross. He's so gross. So this leaked audio of an argument between the former couple surfaced online and sparked a lot of concern. In the audio, you can hear the woman who is allegedly Kiyomi being held in a room against her will, and a man who is allegedly Bow Wow. Man, I think not. Overgrown boy. Anyway, so allegedly he was, threatening to cause physical harm to her. You can also hear the woman claiming that she was punched in her stomach while she was with child. Now, Erica Mena and Sierra are both exes. They dated Bow Wow for whatever reason as well. And they have claimed that he was hands-on with them during their relationship as well. And in February 2019, both Bow Wow and Kiyomi were arrested following an altercation. Now, I was going to play this. This is on site on Instagram. Why is it blocked out like that? Yeah, it's on site. It's on site. They broke the story and they released the audio. And I was going to play it. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it at all. You guys can go to It's On Site. I'm pretty sure you guys have already heard this. But in a nutshell, the conversation is being recorded and there are 3 people in the room. So there's Bow Wow allegedly, allegedly Bow Wow, Kiyomi allegedly, and there's another male in the room. So Kiyomi is basically saying like, let me leave, let me go. And Bow Wow's like, no, we gonna talk. You said we could talk. What? If she's saying let me go, I want to leave the room. What are you talking about? Some no, we gonna talk. This is what I'm saying. This is an overgrown boy. This ain't no man. What a punk. Oh my gosh. He just makes my brain itch. So Bow Wow is heard asking the other guy that's in the room to leave so that he and Kiyomi can talk. And you can hear Kiyomi saying, no, don't leave me in here with him. And Bow Wow's like, well, I guess you might as well get some blankets. We all gonna be some staying in the room, mother blankers. Like, anyway, royal family, I can't. Like, I tried. I can't. I tried. This concludes this episode of the WTF show, the What the Friday show. Usually every week I come through, compile some situations, entertainment news, hot topics, yada, yada, like I normally do. and bring them to your attention. So I didn't expect this to be this long, but I hope you guys have a splendid rest of your Friday. I hope you have a splendid and safe weekend. What else is there? I'm trying to think if there's any announcements. I do thank you for your support. You know, I do it every video. I'm not going to get tired of doing that. So make sure you guys like the video if you liked it. Drop your comments if you're watching, you know, at any point in the video you want to just pause it and comment. Do so. Please, 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 please. I greatly appreciate it. I'm probably going to do this as a premiere. I'm just thinking about it. So if you're watching the replay, comment as well. All right. I don't think I have any announcements. Oh, I'm going to definitely finish Get Your Life. So I'll probably put up a review about that. It depends. If it's not worth the review, then I won't. Power Book 2, I don't know when I'm going to get to that. Tyler Perry's Bruh is back. If for those of you who have been watching my Tyler Perry Bruh reviews, he hit us with 3 episodes yesterday. So I'm on episode 2 of 3 out of the 3. So I got to get that together. Those are going to be pretty short. And what else? That's about it. So make sure your notifications are on. If they are not, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, select all so you don't miss any of my uploads. I'll be back, even though tomorrow's going to be Saturday. I usually try to take the weekend off. I'll be back for something if I'm not back tonight. So Royal Family, it's been real. Happy Friday once again. And thank you for joining the WTF show. It's a wrap. I'm signing off. Until next time. Peace. See, I was jiggling my jaw. Peace.